Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here, coming back to you with another brew review. Today we are returning to Mercadona for the 1897 or 1987 IPA Aromática y Amarga. So this is called the IPA, aromatic and bitter. Now, I like the color scheme in this packaging. But this beer has one special feature. There is a Belgian connection to it as well. As we saw with the Double Malta last time, the Double Malta is brewed in Morocco. This one is brewed by, well, of course, an external brewery because Mercadona doesn't have their own brewery. This one is brewed here in Belgium at Haacht brewery. Haacht is located in Boortmeerbeek and I believe they exist 125 years today, or well, this year. But they are located in Boortmeerbeek, which is around Leuven, Brussels. Funny thing, coincidence, my previous boss actually quit his job and became a boss over there. So I have a tiny connection with Haacht. But enough about that. I will talk about the brewery later on when I will be reviewing some of their beers like the Super 8 and the Haacht Pils. But about this beer. This is an IPA, as the name, well, literally says. It is called Aromática y Amarga, so aromatic and bitter. But I have read one review that said Se llama aromático pero no lo es, which means it's called aromatic but it isn't. So I'll have to find that out for myself in a minute. I do hope that the amarga, the bitter part, is not a sales pitch either. What I do know about this beer is that it's made with 4 different kinds of hops. Unfortunately, I don't know which ones and I don't know, well, how much or anywho. It should be a bit fruity, a bit resiny, but I've read a lot of contradictory opinions. So again, we'll have to find out for ourselves. Like I said, I love the packaging in this one. It is quite, retro, I'd say. Like the old authentic labels. Again, the logo with the guy with the beer in his hand. The lovely, well, let's call it lime green, which is rather modern, but combined with the yellowish beige, like the aged white labels. A hop plant here, Especialidades 1900 or 1897. So everything for a classic label is present, and of course I do like the bottle cap with the hop bell on it. So they went all out for a classic IPA label. Now, let's see what all the fuss is about. Like I said, I have read contradictory opinions, so I am very curious. It's rather active, I like that. It smells quite fruity indeed, so there is quite a bit of aroma in the smell. Also malty and bitter, so it smells like an amber beer. I probably used a bunch of caramel malts for this. Again, a feature that I do like. Actually, the old classic IPAs were often amber colored beers with a lot of caramel malts. Very, very carbonated. Indeed, a very nice coppery amber color. Decent head of foam with small to medium bubbles. When it comes to looks, very decent beer. Nice beigeish foam, so I believe there are no additives added to bleach the foam, which some large breweries do. But I do believe in Haacht producing quality, so Okay. When opening up, the scent, the fragrance is more fruity, less bitter. I get a bit of resin in here, a bit of pine. Also some stone fruit, maybe a bit of tropical fruit. I'd say some mango, some peach maybe. Not really getting the citrus in there. But again, looks decent, smells decent, so let's hope it tastes decent, and let's put that to the test right now. Cheers. Okay, at first glance or at first taste, I do get the comment se llama aromático pero no lo es. I don't get a lot of aroma. I don't get a lot of fruitiness, or it is present in the scent, but I don't really get that in the taste. Of course, this is just the first sip. I do get a lot of bitterness. I do get a lot of caramel malt, maybe even a bit of roasty flavors, but it is mainly bitter, a bit of bittersweet maybe. Yeah. I absolutely understand that comment. I am honestly not getting that aroma out of there. I am mostly getting roasted flavors, a lot of bitterness. So I think they might have cheated a bit with the bitterness, not necessarily from the hops, but from the malts. And like I said, a lot of caramel malt is used, and I would say like Cara 120 or the darker caramel malts. This does taste more like a light tin porter than an IPA. Now, I happen to have dry hopped the beer this morning because, as you guys know or don't know, I am a brewer. And when you dry hop with several kilos of hop pellets, the dust in the air actually settles in your mouth and your nose. You actually dry out a bit, and you get that bitter taste on your tongue. And this is more or less what I'm experiencing now. So, yeah, this is more not necessarily the aroma of the hop, but the hop itself, if that makes any sense. So for me, this doesn't do it as an IPA. On the other hand, this might lean towards the original IPAs when they were dry hopped for shipping and for the bacteriostatic effects of the hop and not the aromas. So in that way, I might refer to the originals here, but that might be overreaching since this is a low budget supermarket IPA. So yeah, overall, let's round this up. Looks, yeah, great. Smell, pretty good. Taste, not so much. So I would call this like a 50-50. Let's call this a 2.5 in Untapped, which is unfortunate. I had high hopes for this. But hey, it is what it is. I'm not gonna pour it down the drain, but I guess I'm not gonna buy a crate of it either. Anywho, yeah, we broke the high scoring streak. So again to 2.5. On the other hand, as far as a bittersweet 6% ABV beer goes, let's say it's decent, but it's not great. So, as usual, if you guys like this video, however short it is today, yeah, let me know. Hit that thumbs up. put something in the comments. If you want to see more, hopefully better, then subscribe and hit the bell icon. You'll be the first to know whenever I upload something, which should be Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 and sometimes in between. And yeah, as usual, see you guys in the next video. Cheers.